All right. My name is Harvey Kimbrough, and I'm going to read a book entitled The Cat in the Hat. You see the cat in the hat on this picture. There's another view of what the cat in the hat looked like. And there's another view, and it also shows a picture up here of a fish in a bowl, because that's important to this story. Listen to this. This was a stormy day, and if you look carefully, you'll see two young folks looking out the window, and you see rain and wind blowing, and you see bird in the tree. The sun did not shine this day. It was too wet to get out and play. So we sat in the house on that cold, cold, wet day. I sat there with Sally. We were looking out the window. And I said, how I wish I could do something. We could do something. It's too wet to go out. We can't play ball, so we just sat in the house doing nothing at all. We just sat and sat and sat and sat. We didn't like it, not at all. But all of a sudden, we heard a noise, and it was bump. What made that bump, it said, and it scared that fish in the bowl too. You see the fish there? Well, we looked, and what did we see? We saw him step in the house on the mat, and we looked. It was the cat in the hat. And he said to us, why do you sit there like this? I know it's wet, and I know the sun is not sunny today, but you know we can have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun that's funny. I know some good games that we can play, said the cat. I know some new tricks, said the cat in the hat. A lot of good tricks, and I'll show them to you. Your mother is not here, but she won't mind my being here. And there he is talking to them. Sally said, well, I don't know what to say. Our mother is out of the house this day, and we are alone. And there's a picture of the cat with the two kids and the bowl of fish. And the fish is saying, our fish said, no, no, make that cat go away. Tell that cat in the hat that you don't want to play. He shouldn't be here. He should be not out. He should not be here in the house while your mother is out. Now, the cat said, have no fear. My tricks aren't bad, said the cat in the hat. Why, we can have a lot of fun, if you wish, with a game that I'll call Up, Up, Up with the Fish. And that shows him tossing that fish bowl up in the air. And the fish hollered out, put me down. This isn't fun at all. Put me down. I don't wish to fall. And the cat said, oh, have no fear, have no fear. I won't let you fall, and I will hold you up real high as I stand on the ball. And that shows him standing on a rubber ball with the bowl in one hand and a book on the other hand. And look at his hat. He had a cup on top of his hat. Now, does that look like fun? Look at me now, said the cat. And he had, look at him, he had a cup on his head, had a birthday cake up on top of his hat. He has holding a bottle of milk with his other hand, with his other paw, and he's got the bowl with the fish up on, balanced on his umbrella, and she's standing there on the ball, and he said, look at me, with a cup and a cake on top of my hat. I can hold 2 books. I can hold up the fish and a little toy ship, oh my. And look, I can hop up and down on the ball. But that's not all I can do. And then all of a sudden, look at me, he says. And that's a picture of all the things that he's doing with all the different things. He said, it's a lot of fun that I'm having, but you know, I can hold up the cup and the milk and the cake, and I can hold up the books, and I can hold up the fish on the rake, and I can hold a toy ship, and a little toy man is on the boat that I'm holding up, and I can hold a red fan with my tail, and I can wave it back and forth. And that's not all. Oh no, that's not all I can do. And all of a sudden, it all came down. He couldn't stand up like he thought he could. And the cat fell on his head. He came down with a bump from there on the ball, from up there on the ball. And Sally and I said, we saw all of these things fall. And our fish came down too. And it shows the fish in a cup. He fell into a pot, it says. He said, I don't like this. No, I don't. This is not a good game. And our fish said as he lit on the table, no, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. And then the fish said to the cat, now look what you've done. Now look at this house. Everything is laying on the floor. He sank deep in the cake, and when he fell, and the house shook, and he bent the new rake. You shouldn't be here. Our mother's not here. You get out of this house, said the fish in the pot. And he looked around and he said, but I like being here. Oh, I like it a lot, said the cat in the hat. And to the fish in the pot he said, I will not go away. I don't wish to go. And so, said the cat in the hat, so I'll show you another good game that I know. And then he ran out, and he brought in this large red box. The cat in the hat came back with the box, a big red box. It was shut with a hook. Now look at this trick, said the cat. Take a look at this. And there he is standing on top of the box. And he said, with the tip of the hat, and he got it on the box, I call this game Fun in a Box, said the cat. And in this box are 2 things. I will show you now. You will like these 2 things, said the cat with a bow. And so he opened the box. It shows the door opening, and he said, I will pick up the hook, and you'll see something new. 2 things. I call them thing 1 and thing 2. These 2 things won't bite you. They want to have fun. So out of the box came thing 1 and thing 2. See them? Would you like to shake hands, said thing 1 and thing 2? And Sally and I didn't know what to say. With thing 1 and thing 2, we shook their 2 hands. But the fish said, no, don't do that. These 2 things should not be in this house. Make them go. And they should not be here when Mother is not here. Put them out, said the fish. Have no fear, little fish, said the cat in the hat. See the cat and the fish talking? And then he gave them a pat. They are tamed. They're so tamed, these things 1 and 2. They've come here to play. They will give you some fun on this wet, wet day. Oh boy. And now here's the game that they would like, said the cat. They like to fly kites. See the two kites that the two things are flying? No, no, not in this house, said the fish in the pot. They shouldn't fly kites in the house. They should not. Oh, the things will bump. All these things are going to be hit by these kites. I don't like it a bit, not one bit. Would you like to see that in your house? Then Sally and I saw them run down the hall. They were pulling the kites along and they were hitting everything in the house. Bump, thump, bump, thump down the wall, and everything was falling in all directions. Thing one and through thing two, they ran up and down, and strings of one kite. We saw Mother's cloth, Mother's gown on the hanger. They were pink, white, and red, and we saw one kite bump on the head of the bed. Boy, that looks like a mess, doesn't it? They were having fun, they thought. Well, the two things ran about with bumps and jumps and kicks and with hops and big thumps and all kind of bad tricks. And I said, I don't like this, the way they play. If Mother could say this, what in the world could see this? What in the world would she say? They were beginning to worry about their mother. Then all of a sudden the fish out of the pot said, I think I see Mother coming, and you can see her legs out the window there. The fish shook with fear. Your mother is on the way home. Do you hear that? Oh, what's she going to do to us? What should she say? Oh, she won't like this to find us this way. And then all of a sudden the fish said, do something fast, do something. I hear your mother, she's coming. Think of something to do. I can get rid of this thing one and thing two. And then as fast as I could, I got a net and I started running down the hall, holding the net up in the air, because I was going to catch that thing one and thing two. With my net, I can get them, I bet. I bet I can get these two things. And they were running up and down the hall. And then they caught the two things. Look at that. And there's the cat. He's seeing all of this, and he's worried now about what's going on. Then I let down my net. It came down with a plop. I had the two things. I said to the cat, now you do as I say. You pack up these two things and you take them away. Oh dear, said the cat, you don't like the games I play. Oh dear, what a shame, what a shame, what a shame. So then something happens. The cat packed up the box, put the two things in it, and went out the door. That's good, said the fish. He's gone away. Yes, but your mother will find all this mess on the floor, and you can see the mess. So deep and so tall, we can't pick up all these things. There's no way you can do. But then the cat had an answer to this. He brought his thingmobile, and they brought it into the house, and it had all kind of hooks and hands coming out of it, and they started picking up all the trash. Have no fear of this mess, said the cat in the hat. I always pick up my playthings, and I'll show you another good trick that I know. And then we saw him pick up everything that he had made, the mess. He picked up the cake, he picked up the rake and the gowns and the milk and the string and the books and the dishes and the fan and the cup and the ship and the fish, and he put them away. And then he said, that's that. And then he was gone with the tip of the hat. He's saying, I cleaned up everything. Then Mother came in, and she saw us both sitting by the window looking out. And she says, tell me, what did you do while I've been gone? And Sally and I didn't know what to say. Should we tell her the things that we went through that day? Should we tell her? Should we do it? Well, what would she do if Mother asked you? Now, what would you do if Mother asked you what you've been doing that day? That's it.